So we're in Clovis, California. We just finished installing a new Moen posi-temp valve in here. It had an old two-handle kit in there, and we called Fister. They said it wasn't there, so we couldn't identify it. We bought a new Fister, tried to get it installed, and it was an epic fail. It just wouldn't line up and get back through the holes and cover up existing. So our backup plan was this Moen. The Fister valves, the full hot and cold on two-handle, they're not compliant anyways. The code does not allow for those anymore. Existing, they probably wouldn't ding you on it, but new construction certainly. So this is a pressure balance valve. This is the Moen posi-temp, and so this is code compliant, which probably should be installed since you have a licensed contractor doing it. So that's in. All new piping from here. We took this all apart. It's our the coupling nipple 90. Didn't have a regular galvanized nipple there, which is fine. It's brass. The whole house is iron pipe, so that's what we put back in. Union nipple, and then of course the valve over to this side. So from the couplings up, hot and cold, that's our piping. Then a plug here, done. And then Ubenor tubing up to the new shower head. Brand new block up here with three 3-inch screws on both sides. This here is just strapped with 2-hole straps right to the side. You can see a little block back here just to kind of shim it, and then a full 2.5-inch screw on the back, 2.5-inch screw in the front. Same thing on this side. You can see this one's all the way against it. This one's kind of floating out a little bit, but it's fine. What this does is it keeps the valve from moving back and forth in the wall. It won't because it's iron pipe, but whenever you have to service this cartridge which sits in there, you don't want this valve to spring back and then you can't get to it. These blocks were put in originally just to shim the back side right here to keep it away from the wall enough to get this escutcheon plate. And you can see these screws are pretty long, and they're heading towards the brass. On this side it was a little problematic because you can see that they got a 90 right here, and so that screw is actually hitting the brass. That's a big cover plate. We had, when you have 2 holes in the wall and you go from a two-handle faucet to a single handle, they have this huge cover plate that goes in. It's made by Moen. That guy is right here. So you can see in here you got the Moen. The larger outside one with these 2 screw holes, that's the Moen cover plate, and what that does is it covers the old holes for the hot and the cold. Then of course brand new trim plate right there, a little 7-inch, 7.5-inch diameter. This is the same trim we have at our house. It's called the Moen Eva trim, and so that faucet right now, it starts dead bottom and you start turning counterclockwise, it goes cold, warm, hot. And then of course the new Moen Eva trim. Like I say, that's the same thing we got in our house. It's 3 years old, and so we're gonna get you some silicone in here, get that silicone in good, and wrap this up. Outside of that, this installation is done.